What's up, guys? John here, Titan Talk Tuesday, sitting in the new location. We're actually in the studio right now, and as you can see, I got plenty of water. But at that point, we've got a new scene for you guys. So, Instagram, what's up? How are you guys doing? What up, Knuckle Crew? So, yeah, we are in the new location and in the new studio. So, the new studio is a lot bigger than the other one. It's at least twice the size, which is a good thing. We definitely needed it. So, we got a little sit-down area. We've got TVs on the walls, you know, to show you guys stuff like that, displays like that for the future. It's really, really cool. All the space that we do have here to operate and to grow like we have been. So, we're blessed for that. Thank goodness. And it's really cool. So now we can do interviews with people sitting down. If you guys can see, there's another chair just like this on this side. So we can actually talk to people when we have guests in town. And we're not crunched up sitting on chairs because, you know, like me, Drew, and another guy in there, we're pretty much packed the room. So at that point now we have a lot more room that we can shoot this content and stuff like that. What's up, DC Baker? How you doing, Supermoto? Big J's, how you doing? Paul, what's up, boy? So, yeah, anyway... You know, it's we're blessed, but at this point, we are polishing the diamond. It's beautiful location, beautiful as far as the build out, everything like that. Just a couple little details we need to fix up. Brand new paint on the inside, you know, and a couple other things, and then we'll be open. And at that point, we are going to be able to offer a lot more services for Titan patients, either when they're in this location, if they want to fly in, we're going to have like hopefully, we'll have like a little stay-in area for them and stuff like that. So we'll be offering more treatments. Got more doctors coming on staff, which is a beautiful thing, medical providers. So if you guys are patients, you guys might be seeing new doctors. You'll have continuity of care as far as your old provider and stuff like that. But there will be some new faces you'll see as far as Titan Medical Center, which I'm really proud and honored to have these guys a part of it because they've been doing it too. So to have them on board, it's going to be a beautiful blessing in disguise. And we will be able to service a lot more patients, and they won't have to wait as long. Not that they wait long anyway, but a week or 2 weeks might be too long for somebody. And at that point, we don't want patients to wait. So they'll be able to get service a lot quicker. Or if you have an issue or problem, obviously we're on call almost 24/7. Call, text, or email. If you guys don't know what we do and you guys are just joining, we do hormone replacement therapy for males and females, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, a lot more. If you guys are following social media, I think Sharice posted a picture, and it's her hair is naturally hair health capsule therapies. That's a big one for males and females. So at that point, everybody likes their hair nice. I would think most of us. And at that point, this does help, and especially with the girls, they want to grow their hair longer. They want shinier, glossier hair, and that is definitely what is up. What up, Stuart? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What up, JT? So, yeah, I mean, we're going to get into a lot of different things. I want to bring up one thing. So this weekend, I always do weekend wrap-up. You know, we did the Stash Clash this weekend. Art was out there with some of the Titanettes. We had Lindsay out there, Eva, Jennifer Maggiano, and who was the fourth? Do we have a fourth out there? Lindsay, I said Lindsay, Eva... Flora Della. So at that point, all four of the girls did very, very awesome. And it was a cold day. So there's pictures up there if you're on Facebook and you can see it. If you guys can't see it on Instagram here, the pictures are on our Facebook page. So you guys can check out some the Titanettes that were out there rocking it, representing. It was for a charity, guys. So it was for a good cause. You know, so thank goodness for that. And I'm glad we could be a part of it. I don't know how our golf team did this year. I know we won last year, but those guys on there were true champions anyway, so they're winners in my book. I've known some of those guys for, you know, longer than I've been with Sharice, and that's like, 13, 14, 15, 16 years, some of those guys. I moved down to Florida in 2001, so at that point I've been down here almost 19 years now. So it's definitely been a level up on each year, I guess, I've been down here, and blessed I could live down in such a beautiful state like Florida, because I'm from the Midwest. So it's cold. I know right now it's cold right now. So if you guys are out in the cold weather, I'm sending prayers for you guys and hopefully warm weather and sunshine, right? So let's get into it. Let's get into the therapy of the week. So the therapy of the week, if you guys are following the newsletter, or if you aren't following the newsletter, you guys will see it this week, will be our ECA Stack Plus. So, and to remind you guys, stay tuned because I'm going to give you guys a code word, I don't know, in the midst of this live. And what you guys will do is you guys will be able to answer with that code word, and you guys will win free Titan gear. I'll let you guys pick out what we have. We have abundance of cool stuff for males and females. So at that point, if you want to get some for yourself, you want to get some for your girl wants to get some for herself, or for her guy, whatever it may be. We got hats, we've got shirts, all different things. I mean, we got some Nike stuff for you guys. So you guys know it's top-notch stuff. Always first class. What up, Neil? Neil was out there stash class this weekend. So it was Saturday. It was really, really nice. And you know what? It was actually cold weather. What up, Rodney? How you doing, Bradley? Ian, my man. So Ian, you need to come down this week so we can get together. Or next week, whatever is good for you. Basically, at this point, the stash class was out there. It was cold weather. These girls represented. They wore the short sleeve polos, most of them. I think Lindsay was the only smart one who bought like an undershirt that went under it. But at that point, they definitely represented out there. So big ups to them, big ups to my team and the Stash Clash for having that event for a great cause. So I'm really proud to be a part of it. Next year will be the same probably, okay? So ECA Stack Plus, Therapy of the Week. Therapy of the Week. So Therapy of the Week, ECA Stack Plus. So what is the ECA Stack Plus, John? So ECA Stack Plus is ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. So this is a very, very long, tried and true, basically therapy for weight loss, and it's used by weight loss clinics. I always say today, but the majority is phentermine and phentermine. They like to put them on like it's like a methamphetamine type deal, and it's not really for weight loss, for appetite suppressants. Where ECA Stack Plus is ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. So this is going to help boost metabolism. It's going to help raise core temperature for you to actually oxidize fat, because that's what you're doing. You're oxidizing fat. They always talk about burning fat. That's not what happens. It doesn't just burn. You burn it out. So at that point, ECA Stack Plus is made to help you guys with energy. It's made to help you with weight loss. With the chromium and the B12, it's going to help boost metabolism and a lot of different other things, so you can process fats faster in the body. So at that point, you guys are going to get real results. So you guys are going to get long-lasting results as far as losing the weight and actually getting the pounds off and shaping up, especially in the gut area. So that's the big problem with a lot of males and females. Usually, your adipose tissue, the fat tissue in the stomach area is the biggest complaint, I think, out of both genders that we get here. And it's like, hey, I want to lose this gut, or hey, I want to lose the love handles, or these girls sometimes are like, hey, listen, I got a little pooch, what can I do to do this, and how fast can this work? So, and I always tell people, I'm like, listen, these are tools that we're providing you with, these therapies. They're doctor prescribed. They're going to work very well, but it's only as good as you use that tool too. So at that point, you got to do some sort of exercise or activity. I don't care if you've been in 10 car accidents. There's something that you can do if you're walking around. I know people that are in wheelchairs that do a lot of activity, that are working out. Josh Dillberry, big ups to my man. So that he's one of them. There's a lot of different people out there with a lot of different disabilities, and they have it a lot worse than you probably. Or listen, if you have that extreme injury, there's got to be something you can do activity-wise, whether it's walking, something like that, light jogging, but you start somewhere, and you need to start somewhere, because it's like letting a car sit. And I always go back to the cars again, but if you let a car sit, it's not going to run good after a while. If you keep it running, and everything's running smoothly, the fluids are going through the body, or the car smoothly, at that point, it's the exact same thing as your body. If you let it just sit, like people that have they're on bed rest or they're dying, their body is dying at that point, and it really is. So you got to keep it moving. You don't want to atrophy the muscles or anything like that. But ECA Stack Plus is going to be good because the ephedrine and the caffeine are going to help you out with energy. They're going to help you with the fat burning properties. You've got a little bit of aspirin in there, so it thins out the blood a little bit. You're not going to get any heart palpitations, any jitters. I think that's the biggest worry from people is jitters, and I don't want to be nervous, or some people actually get paranoid is what they say. So at that point, you don't want that. I meant ECA Stack Plus better than old ECA. Yes. So when it comes to doses of ECA Stack Plus, all right, so the dosages are a little bit different. And this depends on the person, right? Some people are more sensitive to stimulants than other people. I know girls that are 90 pounds that I can see taking more caffeine and stimulants than, a 300-pound guy that really doesn't do that. Maybe drinks 1 cup of coffee a day or 1 energy drink or, whatever it is. So it really depends on their tolerance to stimulants. Now, this is the difference, and this is what you guys should be looking at. The old ECA stack was about 25 milligrams of ephedrine, 200 milligrams of caffeine. I think it varied on some doses between 30 and 80 milligrams of the aspirin. With our ECA Stack Plus, not only are you getting ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, but you're also getting B12 and chromium. And these things are going to aid in the weight loss as well. So you're not only getting those other components that are automatically going to help you out, probably, all right? You're going to get these other things that add back to that, and they're going to help you with these results. Now, the dosages are different. The dosages, and we have, I think, 4 different doses of ECA stacks. We have a low dose, we have a high dose, we have a white lightning is what we call it, and then we have our red bombs. And, you know, we don't even promote the red bombs or the white lightnings because people don't need to start there, most likely, and we don't want them to start there. We want you to take the less or least possible amount and get the best possible effect. It's not about overdosing on these different compounds that are going to get you better results. If you usually take in too much than you can handle, it usually doesn't make you feel good, you know? And that's where people go wrong, and that's where the over-the-counter things, I think, really mess people up. Because they're putting in these other ingredients in there and they're just overstimulating people, and it makes them nauseous and it makes them sick, or it makes them very jittery, or it makes them not feel good. Where a real ECA Stack Plus, and if it's correctly dosed for you and prescribed by a physician, because that's the only way you can get real ephedrine HCl. So that's it. So real ephedrine, you have to have it prescribed. And when you have it prescribed, if it's at the right dose, it's really an euphoric effect. You get you get a feeling of good sense of mood, good clean energy. It's great for people, in replace of pre-workouts or even these energy drinks that you guys are drinking. I posted a link on my page today about energy drinks and the risk, of what it is to be drinking them. And at that point, somebody mentioned on there, CoQ10 and taurine and some other ingredient, which was a good amino acid. He said something about that or whatever, and I'm like, no, I wasn't talking about those ingredients. I'm talking about all the other ingredients are in it, right? So at that point, when you see the other ingredients in it, or you really don't know, this is just one that I've seen off one that's a popular one, it's super creatine. And I go, oh yeah, what's super creatine? Because what is it? There is no super creatine. Look out there. It's a great marketing scheme. I love it. Listen, that energy drink sells a lot, and I wouldn't hate on them for anything because a lot of people drink it. So at that point, it must be good. I don't drink it. I don't drink any energy drinks. The ECA Stack Plus, I know exactly what's in it. It's those components, and that's it. So I'm not getting anything else. And at that point, I'm getting the best possible effect. So the ECA Stack Plus is definitely great. What is that one?
ECA Stack Plus.
Oh yeah.
The red bomb.
All right. So yeah, these are the red bombs. So there is a few people. I'll take one of these. And this one has a little bit of yohimbean in it. So at that point, it's real yohimbean. It's 2 milligrams, I think, and it's our ECA Stack Plus the 2 milligrams of yohimbean. This one can definitely give you the jitters if you are sensitive to stimulants. So do not call up and ask for that one unless you've already worked your way up. And plus our medical doctors and our medical staff wouldn't just start you off on that. They're going to start you off on our ECI Stack Plus, the blue and white ones or the pink ones probably. And that's the low dose or high dose, and those do great. I started off on on the high dose, and that was 25 milligrams of ephedrine, 200 milligrams of caffeine. It was the old ECA Stack Plus, or ECA formula as far as that goes. 25 milligrams of ephedrine, 200 milligrams of caffeine, and 30 milligrams of aspirin, 1,000 micrograms of B12, and 1,000 micrograms of chromium. So at that point, that does really well, and that does across the board. That's what most of the patients are taking, either one of those. And people replace Adderall with these different things because some people really don't have ADHD or something like that. They say they have the concentration problem, but it's really energy they're lacking and their focus. So at that point, this is a good replacement. But definitely check with your doctor before you do anything like that. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to get off that substance, and you want the good feeling of energy, I think this is really good. Concentration is another one. So it does help you with laser focused concentration. So at that point, when you guys are out there and you guys are in your sales job, you guys are thinking about your family or whatever it may be, it really does help you think a lot clearer as far as that goes. If you're on point energy wise, you're on pace. It's when you're tired or don't feel that energy, you feel slow and foggy minded. And that could be from a lot of different things too. It might not just, maybe you didn't sleep the night before. So you're probably going to be tired, right? But if you sleep the right amount, and you're still tired, there's probably an issue going on. Now, it could be hormonal. It could be a lot of different things. So at that point, you really want to get a blood test and see where you're at there. But ECA Stack Plus is going to help you through it, and it actually put a Band-Aid over a bleeding wound as far as that goes. It's not going to correct the problem, but it probably would help you through the problem. And the other issue is that the energy drinks. So most of these people I know, they're taking pre-workouts or energy drinks. They're taking a massive amount of these things, or as far as ingredient-wise, they're taking a lot in. And what I mean by that is that when I see pre-workouts and I see that there are 300 or 400 milligrams of caffeine per serving, that's fine, okay? So they're going to take 300 or 400 milligrams per serving. But the problem is that some people take more than that, right? They take 2 or 3 servings. So they're taking 800, 1,200 milligrams of caffeine. That is way too much. You're going to overstimulate yourself, desensitize to it a little bit, and at that point, that amount is not going to work over time if you keep taking it day after day after day. Where the ECAs really do, they work. I've been taking them for years. Sharice has. Why do you think we get so much stuff done, guys? Because our therapies really do work, and I mean, we're living proof of that. So that's a beautiful thing I can show you guys. Even from pictures back in the day, it definitely helped me lean up in a lot of different ways. I never had to take any phentermine or anything like that to lean up. It was definitely over time. Exercise, diet is definitely, my diet's pretty plain Jane, bland, and I love my diet. But it's not even a diet; it's a lifestyle. So these compounds definitely helped me as far as losing some of the body fat. Definitely helped shred up, and I stayed, the same. I would say most of the time, knock on wood. Ready to go, packed up. I mean, there's pictures that Art just posted that are on Facebook. If you guys aren't on this Instagram, and we went on vacation this last week. And at that point, there's pictures. I mean, ready to go. I mean, if you're going to go on vacation, a cruise, or something like that, you want to be able to take your shirt off. You're a guy. Girls, they want to wear 2 pieces. So I understand that. So the best possible way is with exercise, with nutrition, and with therapies if you need it. So even if you don't need hormonal therapy, the vitamin amino acid injectable therapies or the ECA Stack Plus will do wonders for you guys and help you guys in some of these goals that you're trying to achieve. And that could be a lot of different things. Like I said, if it's energy or concentration, or if you guys are just trying to lose weight. All right, so I'm going to move on here. I have a blue and white one. Had to take a new DOT test so I could have it on my physical. Yes, you can have it. It's not a problem. So I hope that physical went well otherwise. All right, so I talked about acceleration is nothing without traction. So acceleration. So we know that, go back to a car again, the wheels spin. So if you got a car that has 1,000 horsepower, if that means nothing to you, that's a lot. And the guy stomps down the wheel, and those wheels just keep spinning, right? The guy has a lot of horsepower, but he has no traction. So at that point, he's not able to go nowhere. So you will be the same way. You guys have all this speed underneath you guys, but you guys have no traction or direction where you're going to go. And what happens is those wheels hit the ground, and you go sideways and hit the wall. So that's really what happens to a lot of people that I see. I see that they have this great momentum, this great drive. They just have no traction or no direction. And my biggest thing to that is, that I try to live by, and this is my thing, is try to, focus in on one or possibly 2 things, but I would say 1 first. And at that point, get that down, go in the direction, have laser focus, accomplish that task or goal, and then move on. And that's kind of what we've done in Titan. So in Titan Medical Center, we grew organically. We didn't have money or anything like that to even advertise. So it was I think we had $2,000. We had a doctor that would work with us. At that point, we rented the location by day, by week. We were at originally in Trinity, Florida. If anybody knows Florida, Trinity is 45 minutes from Tampa. People were flying in, driving to Trinity, 45 minutes to see us. In a location that was, now I would say, it was decent then, subpar to what I would say now for Titan Medical Center standard. But that's, we grew organically. We gained momentum. We had traction. And at that point, we went in the direction, and we just kept hitting the goal that we had in front of us and moving on to the next one, instead of spreading yourself too thin and trying to hit all these different goals at one time. It usually doesn't happen. If it does, you're great at what you do or in these different hats that you wear. But at that point, for me, there's no way. I actually have to laser focus in. I try to accomplish that one goal. Now, the bigger you get, the more you can take on, because the more resources you have. So, that's what I'm trying to get right now. But at that point, I'm still laser focused. Titan Medical Center is my baby and always will be. And every patient that is a part of Titan Medical Center is family to me, and that's how we want to treat you guys. So I still, if anybody ever says, hey, listen, I have a problem or anything like that, I'm usually calling them personally. And it's real funny because if you are on here and you've got a phone call from me, you guys know that I will call you guys directly, and I have no issue with doing that or helping you guys out in any way. And I think Sharice is the exact same way. I mean, don't abuse it, but definitely, I mean, we will definitely help you guys in any way possible that we can. That's health-wise or whatever you guys need from us. So if you guys are a part of Titan Medical Center, you guys can call, text, email. My staff will be there for you guys. Like I said, new staff is coming. So at that point, we are, it's a bigger location. I think it's like 6,000 square foot right here, and I own 8,000 altogether. So hopefully we get after next year, we're gonna add on more square footage. But yeah, so you guys will see it. Eric Topo, I hope to see you soon. You're gonna see the new location. It's all done and ready to go. So how you guys doing? Also, is there any threatening feedback from long-term HCG uses? Okay, so we have a question here on HCG, and I might as well answer this one, because when you're on testosterone replacement therapy or hormone replacement therapy, because that's really what it is. You're balancing hormones, not just testosterone. You're balancing estrogen levels. You want to make sure progesterone's good. IGF-1 levels, which growth hormone levels, those are all hormones, right? And prolactin could be a hormone. All right, when you get into hormone replacement therapy, and let's say you're with Titan Medical Center, you're doing testosterone, you're doing an estrogen blocker, and you're doing HCG, most likely in all three of those, right? So with those, you're using HCG long term, because usually when you're replacing testosterone, all right, so testosterone replacement or hormone replacement is replacing testosterone that you were deficient on or do not produce anymore. So you're substituting and you're replacing the testosterone that you don't have. So when you're replacing that testosterone level, and you have that, you're putting exogenous testosterone in the body. So when you're putting exogenous testosterone in the body, whether your level came back at 200 or 300 or 400, you still have some sort of production going on of testosterone. So when you're using the testosterone and you use it exogenously, that means getting it from an outside source, whether it be injectable, oral, or a cream, that you're rubbing on, sublingual. At that point, what happens is your brain is picking this up. Your body is not stupid. It's the smartest machine you'll ever come across. So at that point, when it picks it up, your brain, its signal down to your testicles basically shuts off, all right, at that point. And it's because your body recognizes, hey, listen, we already have this. The signal goes out and it tells the testicles that we don't need you to work anymore. We already have this, so you guys can take a break. And at that point, when they take a break, what happens is its semen production comes to a halt to a degree. It lessens, so you're not producing a lot of semen. Your testicles are shrinking, so they're going through atrophy. It's like a muscle that you don't work out, so it will shrink and you will have low semen production. Now, desensitizing it, that's where the question comes in. So if I take HCG, will it desensitize over time? So can I use it for long term or not? Or is it going to be a negative, feedback or side effect to me? So the answer is, if it's at the correct dose, you can take it for long term use, and you should take it with hormone replacement therapy. As far as our doctors, Titan protocols, and a lot of other HRT hormone replacement doctors that are out there, they all have different protocols per se, possibly, or different dosages, but they all agree on it usually that all three or at least two of those are getting used at all times. So at that point, when you guys are taking your hormone replacement therapy or taking testosterone, it will be a benefit for you. And the reason is this, is when you take HCG, the signal is mimicked from the luteinizing hormone down to the testes. And at that point, what happens is that natural production really doesn't shut off. They're still producing, right? You're still producing. So at that point, what happens is you're actually producing more semen, all right? So that is one thing that's used in fertility too, as well as HCG and Clomid. And I really wouldn't suggest a Clomid, but the HCG is definitely the route that I take and a lot of our patients take. So you're keeping that production on. Another thing that's going to happen is your testicles are not going to shrink like baby prunes. You don't want the baby prunes down there. Especially, like wife, girlfriend, even if you're single, right? Like, hey, listen, what's going on down there? Or that, you don't want to be a small nuts, small guy. It is what it is. I'm just trying to be a little funny for you guys. But, at that point, do you want to be like that? Do you not? Because the big pushback on HCG that I get from a lot of people here is that I'm 55, already have kids. I don't want to have kids. I don't care, whatever. Well, the whole point to be on hormone replacement therapy through a doctor is just to get minimal or no negative side effects while being on testosterone hormone replacement therapy. So you want to get all the benefits without the negative side effects, and that's really what it is. So if you're getting monitored, you're going to get treated correctly, and that's the way we treat patients. It's going to be, the right way or no way at all with Titan Medical Center, and that's just the way it is, guys. So I want you guys to know that. So HGH is a good question. HGH can be used for weight loss. It doesn't burn fat, okay? So it's not like an injectable fat burner or anything like that, but it can be used. But it stimulates hormones, and that's what it does. So HCG is a good one. All right, so when we talked about weight loss, because this has just been a weight loss type day, I guess, with ECA Stack Plus and going into it. Titan Complete was another one. We talked about that one as well, where it has everything pretty much you need as far as MIC, your B complex, 3 branched chain amino acids. The only branched chain amino acids, there's only 3 of them. It's leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Excuse me. So at that point, when you're taking these will help with a lot of different things. It also has L-carnitine in it too as well, so you're getting a great complete package of B complex, branched chain amino acids, L-carnitine, and MIC, which is methionine, astatine, and choline. And that's good to help process fats faster in the liver. So at that point, your liver, it's the filter to the body, and everything that you take in orally is going through there. So the injectable version, the best thing about it is it's at a faster transportation rate. It's at a higher absorbency. You're going to get a better effect from it. That's why our patients love Titan Complete. I take Titan Complete. It's very, very good, very effective. So if you guys are looking for an add-on with ECA Stack Plus that's natural without hormones, that is definitely a good combination to use to energy, to get weight loss and to help you guys out with retaining muscle without going to a catabolic effect too. That's why a lot of bodybuilders or weightlifters, they're drinking branched chain amino acids all day in a jug. That's what it is. You don't want to carry that around. I don't want to carry that around. I don't want to be bloated. I don't want to feel like that. The flavor might be great the first 20 or 30 sips, but at that point afterwards, man, you get sick of that flavor too. So remember, Titan Complete, MIC, B complex, branched chain amino acids. There's only 3 of them, right? And they are essential amino acids. That was another thing somebody brought up. They're like essential amino acids versus branched chain amino acids. What's the difference? They're both essential amino acids. Essential amino acids are essential amino acids, and branched chain amino acids are essential amino acids. There's only 3 branched chain ones, and those are the branched chains. So if you guys ever get caught up in that conversation, they're the exact same thing. So you guys know what you guys are talking about, and that's definitely the facts. So you guys can look it up if you guys don't believe me. All right, so IGF-1 levels. So when we talk about amino acids, this was a good one too. Everybody wants to raise IGF-1 levels, which are growth hormone levels. So I get that question a lot too. Hey, John, do you guys do growth hormone? We don't do growth hormone, but we have GHRHs, which are growth releasing hormones or growth releasing peptides, and they will help raise IGF-1 levels. Or we have straight IGF-1 therapies, IGF-1 LR3 therapy. So those are really, really good too as well. But growth hormone, that's the biggest one. Hey, John, well, real growth hormone is really expensive, guys. And I've covered this a number of times. It's very, very expensive. So to even get, if you get prescribed growth hormone, right, and you have to pay out of pocket, it's, within $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So if you're, that's a big commitment right there. And then when you start taking real growth hormone, if you start taking it, there's a possibility for shutdown, of your own production of growth hormone in your pituitary. So that is a risk, right? Risk versus reward. So that's really not a really good way to do it. So at that point, if you can stimulate your own growth hormone levels in your body, that's the best way to do it. If there was a thing that recharged our testicles to produce our natural testosterone, that's the way to go. Because replacement's great. I've been on replacement over 10 years myself, but I have to do the needle thing too, guys. You guys think the insulin needles aren't a big thing to me. I can inject 6 Hercules potions and not feel it. The 23 gauge I inject myself, guys, and at that point, hey, I inject 2 times a week just like you guys. If you guys are doing that, and it never gets old, right? So it never gets old. So, if I could produce my own testosterone levels and get them back to a good natural level, 800, 900, I would be really, really happy with that, I think. But I don't think it's ever going to happen. So if you can do it, and if you can do growth hormone levels, that's definitely the way to go. And the things about it is the amino acids. So growth hormone is a 191 amino acid sequence chain. So that means 191 amino acids sequenced in a certain sequence are going to help you produce growth hormone, right? So what are the main ones? Because there's got to be some main ones that we really look at. It's really, really cool because the main ones are in most of our different therapies. And there was a reason for that. And if you take these amino acids, and you take them in the morning on an empty stomach, that's the best possible effect in hopefully getting these growth hormone levels raised. And we have seen patients take some of these therapies and actually raise their growth hormone levels, IGF-1 levels, on blood tests. So we've trended and we've tracked. So the big ones that you want to look at, right? Ornithine, lysine, arginine, L-citrulline. There's 4, and there's a couple other ones, but those 4 are really, really good to help do that. And at that point, injectable is the good one. Now, let's take it back to therapies. I see a lot of people talking out there, so let's make sure we're going to be on the same page. So, I've been hearing about GOL now. Now, people are asking about GOL. GOL is a dinosaur. What is GOL? GOL is glutamine, ornithine, arginine, and lysine. That's what GOL stands for. I know this because I helped some pharmacies with this blend 6 years ago. GOL was it was GAC, GOL, we did Super Titan, and then it got into Hercules Potion, and that's a monster. Nobody's going to top it. People are trying to mimic it out there. It's in some clinic. You guys believe that this guy, he's a Momo. That rhymes with his name. So this Momo from this other clinic, right, that's been talking junk, writes me and says he's trying to mimic Hercules Potion. Good luck. At that point, it's really funny, guys. So GOL, glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine. That is a dinosaur. So if you guys are going to inject an amino acid blend, make sure you're getting at least 5 components, and that's adding the L-citrulline in there. If not, you really want to go. So let's go toe to toe. So if you have GOL, you have glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine. So you have that. You have 4 components in there. And then if you had Hercules Potion, glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, L-citrulline, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. Guys, there's no comparison to what we're talking about here. So at that point, it's just really funny out there. I guess we're doing something right. But I'm very, very happy about that. So amino acids are great, especially with raising growth hormone levels naturally in the body. There's a possibility you can help yourself that way without having to go the route of doing growth hormone or trying to get growth hormone on black market or wherever you guys are getting it. My buddy gets the best farm grade growth hormone ever. I'm like, all right, let's blood test, man. Blood test comes back average. I'm like, dude, this sucks. Whatever you're taking, I would stop taking. At that point, you don't want to take junk. At least, what you're getting is from a pharmacy or it's getting doctor prescribed to you. And that's really the way to go, guys. You know what you're getting. It's doctor monitored. Listen, that extra little bucks that you're paying because it's like a guarantee in your head. You have somebody to go back to on it. It's not like you're getting something from some guy in a gym or down the street or something like that. And, if something goes wrong, sorry, or, I don't know, man. That's what it is. You can come back to a medical clinic or call up somebody and talk to a medical provider and see what's going on, or talk to a real pharmacy, U.S. licensed pharmacy. You can always check with them, too, on all our different therapies. So everything comes from U.S. licensed pharmacies that comes from us. So you're prescribed by the doctors here. Prescriptions go to the pharmacies, and the pharmacies ship directly to you guys. So at that point, we don't even touch the medications. You guys do. You guys get it straight from the pharmacy. You cannot ask for something better. It's doctor prescribed to you guys. I was bringing up with Drew the other day. A couple of people I seen that they got popped. They got arrested for testosterone vials in their car. It was illegal, and people treat it very, very minimal. I understand that it's a lot of talk, especially on the internet and stuff. And I guess it's easy to get like that if you're doing it like that. But it's something that can be, have caution with. So if you are doing something like that, please be cautious. And blood test, you can always monitor yourself too as well. I wouldn't recommend doing it yourself, but hey, if you're going to do it right and monitor yourself. That way you can at least know where you're at. And if you need to get help, you can call us or call somebody else and we can get you back on track and get you straight. If you've messed yourself up previous in the past, that's another thing that I come across. hey man, I did a cycle when I was 20 years old. I haven't felt really the same since, or I've been really, really feeling like crap these last couple of years. I really want to get a blood test. It's simple and easy to do, guys. Male or females, all you guys got to do is call or text 727-389-3220. We can help you guys out, get you guys set up, take care of everything. So at that point, you guys will just have to go in, get your blood tested. We can get those results automatically. We get a hold of you guys, and you guys can get the results, or we can set up our appointment with our medical providers and help you guys out with anything that may came back on there that was wrong, hopefully. Or we can tell you, hey, listen, we can't help you out in this area, but you need to go see a specialist or whatever it is. We've helped people in a lot of different ways like that. They've never done blood tests before, or they haven't done them in like 10 years, and sometimes they don't go into primary cares, or they don't have a primary care, or they don't go see doctors unless they're dying, right? So when you do a blood test, when we run, it's, for a guy especially, it might be a PSA, which is prostate. Prostate cancer's on the rise. So at that point, doing that blood test is like a marker, or it could be a red flag. And if you catch it early enough, there's a lot of different ways that you can treat that. Without any problems, hopefully, or terminal events happening, because things happen. So the best thing to do is get ahead of it, be preventative, all right? Looking into consult already, have them email. How soon is the turnaround for receiving treatment once blood work's done? So Nutrizone Corona said how fast? All right, so how fast after he's done his blood work? So once you do blood work, it's 3 to 4 business days. That's what just give us that buffer as far as that, getting your results from the lab. And at that point, what should happen is the medical assistant or the lab department will get a hold of you guys. They're going to, just briefly go over the results of what it is, if there's any issues on there. And, at that point, schedule you for your consult. Now, the consult is usually, I think we're like a week back or something like that, and we can possibly fit you in sooner. We always do that for a lot of patients. We have a cancellation list, and things happen with other people, so you get the slot. But once you have that slot, so once you see the medical provider, usually it's about 3 to 4 business days afterwards. So we want to get you in, get you treated. So usually about a week or 2 is what I say. I don't want to over-promise and under-deliver, so I never put an exact date on things unless I know or I'm handling it myself. But at that point, that's really what it is. And if it's any longer than that, please let me or Sharice know, and you'll be able to call or text that main line, the 727-389-3220 number, and we actually see all those too. So if there's a problem, you can always ask or say, hey, listen, I want to talk to somebody, and we can get right with you guys and fix the problem or help you guys out what the problem was, okay? I've been going back and forth through doctors who cut you off sometimes, and you're not able to visit with them. So you fall off, and they need to give you the PCT. I'm looking forward to. Yes. All right. So you're not going to have to worry about that. So the best thing about us is we're concierge medicine, right? You guys are paying us out of pocket. The reason is because we're going to provide you that upper class service and the therapies. So when you guys need something, or we're there for you guys, we're not going to cut you guys off. If somebody does that in my practice, a medical provider or anything else, you guys let me know, and at that point we'll handle the problem. I don't know. I can't promise everything, but I can promise that we're going to take care of you. So, or if there's an issue, we're going to take care of that issue. So, you guys will, you guys will be able to do things correctly. You guys should get the attention you guys deserve. You guys will get, like our hormone replacement therapy visits. You get like 30 to 45 minutes. So at that point, that's a long visit. And that's not you sitting in a room for 30 to 45 minutes. That's actually you talking to people as far as our medical staff and medical providers about what's going on, your medical history, family history, your symptoms, blood work. Now, if you want to ask about peptides or weight loss, things or therapies, you guys can ask about those too, The medical provider can only go over so much in 30 to 45 minutes. So they try to narrow it down to a couple different therapies that might benefit you. But we offer so many that if you really want to know more therapies or know more about our therapies, you can always call or text our staff, and they'll be happy to have you, go over these different therapies, the benefits of you, and everything like that. And at that point, we can talk to the medical provider and get you guys those therapies too. So we offer those options, and I want to make sure that we are on top of it for you guys. I'm the Therapies man from there. They are the real deal. Yeah, Stuart, what's up, man? Thank you. I appreciate it. That's really cool. That right there is, that's the best motivator right there. I want to always do better for you guys. So when I hear that, it makes me proud. I've taken a lot of bad gear. I'm glad I found Titan in the treatments I'm on. I'm feeling great. That is awesome. Thank you, G-Man. I appreciate that, dude. And a lot of people are in that, they're in that boat, I know a lot of guys, in their older 40s, at that point, like, hey, man, I just want to get on real monitored treatment. It might be for health issues. It might be for, their loved ones, or at that point, they might not get, they might not have a constant supply of what they need for therapy, and then they have to, divert to something else, and it's just not good, guys. So at that point, I'm telling you guys, if you guys can do it, that's definitely the best way to do it. It's the safest way. You know where things are coming from, and that's just what it is. So I hope you guys really, really like the therapies. If you guys want to know more about our therapies, call or text 727-389-3220. Now, for you guys that have been tuning in, the key word is jacket. So you guys see on the newsletter, it's jacket, all right? So you guys will all know that. You guys are tuned in, it's jacket. So, all right, so the Titan Weekly Newsletter poll question. How do you burn excess fat during the holidays, all right? So we all know that the holidays, there's a lot of eating, a lot of sweets, a lot of different things. So when we're talking about these different things, what do you do to combat them, right? And I have my own ways. So my own ways are that I will usually try to train a little bit more. At that point, I still control portions and I still control what I put in my mouth. So at that point, I know that I might eat a couple more cookies or a cake or something like that, or a piece. But, I really don't go overboard on it. So don't overindulge. That's my biggest thing. That would be my biggest tip. Don't overindulge. Keep it simple like you used to or we're doing. You can eat some of those foods, but balance it out with activity or exercise. Don't go all holidays without working out and then you're overindulging in eating. That's just not good. You're for a recipe for a non-successful New Year's resolution, if that's what you're looking to do, or a physique that is gonna do a little bit poorly. Now, if you're in cookies, that's he knows. So at that point, that's like my weakness, cookies. So I even try to keep that simple. Look, this is what I eat for cookies, guys. It's from Simple Mills. You see? Now I'm going to show you guys. This is really cool. And these are gluten-free. And they don't taste gluten-free. Now, gluten-free cookies they're usually like really soft, right? Because listen, man, I try to look for the healthiest things I can eat, out of the worst things that I want to eat, right? So that's one. Now, the really cool thing about this is that when you really want to look at this, and this is the key, you look at the ingredients, right? These are the ingredients.
Back it up just a little bit. Focus. It's not gonna focus.
I'll take a picture and I'll post it for you guys. So the ingredients, are very, very simple. You're talking about rosemary extract, cream of tartar, baking soda, sea salt, vanilla extract, organic coconut flour, arrowroot, organic coconut oil, organic coconut sugar, chocolate chips, tapioca starch, and nut and seed blend, right? With almonds and flaxseed. That's what's in it. So that's it. So there's nothing else in it. Now, you go to your major brands, like, a lot of these kids are eating, like Keebler Elves and stuff like that, those guys got high fructose corn syrup, and they've got ingredients that you can't even pronounce on the back. So that's the real thing you want to look at. You want to look at your nutrition facts as well. But definitely look at the ingredients and what they got in there, because they try to blindside you on one of these things and what you're going to be doing and what you're going to be eating. So, and your kids are eating this, or you're eating this. You guys are putting horrible things in your body. So listen, Simple Mills, I'm sure you guys got it in your grocery stores near you guys. Check it out. I wasn't even going to bring that up, but these cookies are really good. Now, my biggest thing to fight temptation, I think, is have one or two things that you really like and never open them. Just never open them. Like, I'll eat it later on. But I have them. It's when you don't have them is when you want them really a lot more. I've had these in my bag the whole trip before I went down and I just didn't eat them. Oh, man. All right, so how do you do the balance? How do you really, really keep the good physique during the holidays? This is what some of the answers were of what you could pick. You did more cardio, right? So you balanced out those holiday meals and good cake and cookies or pumpkin pie or whatever you're going to eat with cardio. Or you took weight loss pills. That could be a number of different things. That could be an over-the-counter fat burner. That could be phentermine, I guess. That could be a lot of different things, I guess. All right? Or you had Titan Therapies, which are ECA Stack Plus, your Titan Fat Burning Cream, right? I stayed away from carbs and ate less. So people did the reverse. They actually, instead of overindulging, they actually stayed away from the carbs. They stayed on track, and they actually ate less. So that's actually how they burned fat during the holidays. That was really cool. All right, and then energy drinks. So there's 5. All right, so the winner chicken dinner was Titan Therapies. That's awesome. So Titan Therapies really won it. So I'm really, really happy with that at 31.8% of the pie. The second one was cardio. So people balance the cardio with the holidays. So they're doing more cardio. So 27.3% out of that pie was more cardio. After that was, I guess it was a tie.
Yeah.
So the tie was I stay away from carbs and eat less at 27.3%. Wow. Tie right there. More cardio, and I stay away from carbs and eat less. So you have people that are doing more exercise, and you have people that are just eating less. And then you have weight loss pills. Weight loss pills came in at 13.6%. Energy drinks had 0. That is astounding. I just posted that today. I'm really surprised by that. No bangs, no energy drinks, no nothing. Like, I don't drink that stuff, but I see a lot of people do. I mean, they're doing really good. So
it's super popular.
I mean, it's super, super popular. And when I see it like in your gas station and stuff like that, I mean, hey, listen, big ups to those guys for what they did. I mean, their marketing is great. And I don't know what their product tastes like because I've never had a bang. I drank Red Bull back in the day. I've never had a bang. I've never had anything else. I drank Red Bull, and that was it.
I tried the birthday cake at one of the Gold's Gym events.
Yeah.
It tastes just like birthday cake.
Really?
Just like birthday cake.
Wow.
It's the flavor. It's there.
Dude, it's
But
it's
what do
crazy.
they put in there to get that flavor and all the stuff?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's syrup of chemicals.
So, yeah, so the syrup you guys got to watch out for. That syrup is horrible. I showed my son, I'm like, I was like, how does Coke or how does the ices get made? I showed him the syrup. Like, it's literally syrup and carbonated water, at that point. If it's Coke, that's what it is. So it's just crazy. So, guys, big ups to you guys in the energy drink department. Thank God. Stay away from those. And definitely the cardio. So, if you guys did cardio with the Titan Therapies, you guys might even do a little bit better. All right. So, that is Titan Talk for today. Now, please do me a favor.
Oh, we have events.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys. We have events. Thank you, Art.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. First event is... Boom.
All right. So, the first event I want to go over is the Kenzilla and Titan Medical Center is a part of it this year, the Lifts for Gifts. This is huge. This is a great event. We're happy to help Ken promote this and be a part of it. It's for kids that have been abused in a lot of different ways. So at that point, we're giving back to them as far as people should be giving gifts. They can bring it to the lift. And the lift for gifts is going to be like a whole bunch of people just getting together at Tampa Gold's Gym. Big shout out to Ed Bojacki, who is the owner, good personal friend of mine. And he always opens up the facility, especially for a good cause. He's been helping Ken with this for years too as well. So that will be a set event, and that's in the newsletter. We'll also have that on social media so you guys can see the date for it. I believe it was, December
7th.
December 7th, okay? And you guys, what was the times?
That was going to be at 10:30 a.m.
10:30 a.m., December 7th, Tampa Gold's Gym. Lifts for gifts, for a great cause. It's for the kids. Please help out. If you can't make it out there, I totally understand. People get busy. Life is life. But there will be a link for a registry on there. You guys can always send a gift. Please do if you guys can. Just give the gift. I mean, it brings a smile on kids' face and helps them out through these holidays, man. If they've been through something traumatic or very, very bad, right? So that's one. The next big event after that, the Ritz-Carlton Festival. Well, it's not Ritz-Carlton. It's the Festival of Speed, right? So the Festival of Speed at the Ritz-Carlton Orlando. It's going to be a huge upscale event, right? Titan Medical Center is the media sponsor for that. We've got a huge production company as far as that goes. We're going to be out there in full effect. We did the one in St. Petersburg already with them last year, so we were happy to be a part of this one in Orlando at the Ritz-Carlton. They're going to have some really, really exclusive vehicles out there. I heard a one-of-one vehicle is going to be out there. Ferraris, there's going to be Bentleys, there's going to be Lambos. Titan Corvette's going to be out there in full effect, along with the Titanettes. We'll be shooting a lot of video, a lot of content out there. Hopefully doing some very good interviews. Bugattis will be out there. It's going to be awesome. What up, Jay? How you doing, dude? Mike, Mayhem, what's going on? So at that point, that's going to be a good event. Our events are always really good. So Kenzilla's Lift for Gifts, December 7th, 10:30 a.m. Gold's Gym, Tampa. Festival of Speed, Orlando, December 15th. So December 15th is a Sunday. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And at that point, it's going to be a great event, great day. We will be there on premise, getting a lot of content. So come up, get a t-shirt, sign up for our newsletter, take a picture of me, Cherie, some of the Titanettes. We're going to love to see you guys out there. It's going to be awesome. So big shout out to Joe, who is putting that on for Festivals of Speed and who we've been working with. That's awesome, man. So it's really cool. The St. Petersburg event was awesome. I was really happy about that event, how it came out. That's why I told him, I was like, this is what we want to be a part of. It's really upscale, really classy event as well. But a lot of families came out there, so it was cool. Kids, wives, girlfriends, husbands, boyfriends, whoever you guys are, come out, enjoy it with us, especially in Orlando. There's so much to do in Orlando. So I'm going to go down there for the weekend. Do some Disney maybe some Universal on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday, at that point, bring my son out to there and be a part of it. So I'll see you guys then. We've got more events coming up. At that point, we will be updating you guys through the week on that on social media and the newsletter. I'm just finalizing some different things. Big Drew Titan Lifestyle this Friday. Big Drew is doing some good things for Titan, man. I'm really proud of him, and he's gonna hopefully go on and win this next one, and we'll keep you guys tuned to that, right? And updated on what's going on there. Titanettes, big shout out. We're looking for new promotional models all around the country now, because Titan is nationwide. So at that point, Titan Medical Center is looking for promotional models, brand ambassadors, and new Titanettes possibly. We might even take on an athlete or two, just depending on the caliber of the athlete, because we're trying to focus in on the ones we have right now and give them the full extent of what we have here for resources. So at that point, I hope to see you guys out. If you guys have any questions, concerns, please call or text 727-389-3220. DM us any of your questions, concerns, anything you guys have. Maybe you guys have some show ideas. We'd be happy to show off. We're going to show off the facility to you guys when we have it all painted, all done, all pretty for you guys. So you guys see it pristine. All right? I appreciate you guys. Keep it locked. Instagram, please tag some people. Facebook, press that share button. Please, YouTube, subscribe, press all. Get all the notifications that we're coming on. Plus, our stories are on there. I didn't even know they had stories on YouTube till like a month and a half ago, and I've been posting more stories on there. So there's been exclusive content on all these different things, even on TikTok. So I'm getting TikTok. Titan Medical Center has TikTok. So if you guys are on TikTok, Titan Medical Center, we're on there too as well. It's been awesome. What up, Dave? How you doing, man? You guys got to come see the new Titan Medical Center down here at 912 Channelside. I'm telling you, it's huge. You guys are going to love it. It's beautiful. I call it like the Apple iStore of medical centers. I mean, it's that phenomenal. So I love it. I'm talking about it. I want you guys to come see it if you guys are in the area. If not, I'll be showing you guys video, and you guys are going to see it all there. All right? I'm John from Titan. I appreciate you guys tuning into another Titan Talk Tuesday. I hope you guys like the new scenery, and there's going to be a lot more scenery to come, guys. I cannot wait to show you some of the new stuff. All right, guys. I'm John from Titan. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I am out.